I just want people to know that there is no one face of homelessness. Just the other day, like, one of my best friends was, oh, that man looks so homeless. It's like, what does homeless look like? Because I'm homeless.
Stayed in my car for a little while. My car got stolen. Then I started staying with different friends, bouncing around from my friends to my cousins to my dad's to other friends. My daughter, she has severe eczema. So a lot of times she doesn't get any sleep. And by her not getting any sleep, I don't get any sleep. And now she's waking people up because she's uncomfortable and she's screaming and she's scratching. So you kind of feel like you're walking on eggshells, and you know sooner or later they're gonna ask you to leave.
We lived in a garage with no windows, no bathroom, no sink, no nothing to cook in, no water, no shower, nothing. So you can imagine, just imagine what we had to do.
When you have a child that, you know, is thirsty or hungry or whatever, and the fact that you can't just go in your wallet and grab your debit card or grab $5 or whatever and go to the store because you don't have it, it makes you desperate.
It's still a different kind of prison. It's not our home, it's not my home, it's somebody else's home. I'm 41 and I'm living out of somebody else's bedroom. He says, look, I'm moving out on Friday. I'm just waiting on my VA to kick in. I've already found an apartment, blah, blah, blah. You know, you and Hannah can just stay there until you figure out what to do next. And I was just so grateful at that time because there was nowhere else to go. Tonight we're in this apartment. I wake up to the guy trying to get in the bed with Hannah and I. And I'm like, what are you doing? There was never any implication. I never did that. In fact, had I started doing that, I probably wouldn't have moved as many times as I did, because it all ends up about sex with these guys that claim to care and want to help out and how women should be treated a certain way, but it's all about the sex.
The kids are pretty great. If they know that I'm getting a little stressed, they'll tell me, why don't you go for a ride? Why don't you just take a walker? And they tell me it's not that bad. At least we still have each other.
I wasn't eating, I wasn't focusing, I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't taking care of myself, I was taking care of my family.
The hardest thing is, like, I think it's seeing my mom cry because we don't have a place to stay, and it's like hard for me, so I know I have to go to school and do my best so I can get a better job and take care of her when she gets older.
I sleep in the church with a nice air mattress. When I wake up, because I have to wake up really early because I sleep at a church.
I think the 4-year-old understands because he's always telling me, like, I want to go home. I want to go home. And it's hard to explain to him that we don't have a home.
That's one of the big gaps in our community, is there are no shelters that specifically cater to families. So a lot of times we see families that are living in their cars because they don't want to separate and go to separate shelters.
Focus shifts from finding a place to live to where am I going to park my camper for today. Only to wake up the next morning to make sure I have enough gas money to even go a block from where I was last time. Again, now I have to play hide me from the state so they don't take my kids, especially my special needs child. You want to destroy me? Take it.
Everybody always tells you, oh, you got kids, they'll help you. Oh, you got kids, they'll help. No, they won't. No, they won't, because there's lots of other people out there with kids that are needing help too.
Well, it makes me feel like a failure as a mom.
It puts a lot of strain on us, causes a lot of fighting.
At first it was really uncomfortable, because we're like sardines packed in a little like thing, but then you get a little used to it, but there's still like problems. Like, we run out of food really quickly because we eat. There's a lot of us in here.
But people just don't really understand the impact of moving from house to house as a guest you know, being that person that's there, the feeling in the household when you're a child or even the parent, and the reality is that the very fact that you're there may get the people who are renting the home evicted. That changes the atmosphere of a home a lot.
Because I wouldn't want to move to a school in Rochester, move to a different school, move to a different hotel for another month and a half, and then come here and then move to a different school. Because if I made friends in that month and a half, they're gone. I went to 3 different schools in Rochester. All my friends gone.
There are vast wells of research that suggest that our children their cognitive development has been impacted by their trauma. So we have to work really hard to create a nurturing, safe environment that meets basic needs, and then we have to go in and teach them how to do reading and writing and math.
What worries me is like I'll get comfortable in a school, and then we'll end up having to leave, and then I'll have to transfer, and it's just like I don't know if I get to stay here or anything.
Coping was very difficult, but my parents and my brother were struggling, so somebody had to be strong.
It's not easy being homeless because it's a lot to deal with. And then you're a student, so it's extra work because you don't have anywhere to stay. And then you're going to school every day trying to be happy and be this person that people expect you to be, like happy, like they think you have your own house and stuff. So it's not easy.
It's an adult issue. You guys need to focus on being kids.
The end of my rainbow is a home, and I'm trying to reach that. I want my own doorknob to turn, my own key. I want my kids to feel whole again.
There's actually 2 things. Actually, I'll make it 4. A vehicle, food, clothing, and a home. Because me and my family really need it.